So much start by saying growing up, I was very influenced by chick flicks. I was the kind of girl that would watch them, see their fashion, want to buy it, want to live that lifestyle. And in my life, that was me. I didn't know where I was heading. I still don't know where I'm heading. But I had a certain direction of, life's good and I'm gonna rock it out. So growing up, I remember seeing my first Chanel bag and I sold it to my sister, even though it was hers, but I sold it to her. Moving on, my first ever internship, everyone remembers that. It was a punishment where I was running around. It was in a hotel, so I had to clean bathrooms, I had to wait tables, I was running to get coffee, I was writing books, no people who I didn't give a shit about. It was really hard. I didn't learn anything, to be very honest. Whatever I learned was lie on the floor every time you're stressed out. My first job was public relations, and it was with luxury brands, because that's something I really love. And this lady here, I think I killed her in the process. She taught me almost everything anyone would want to learn. Oh, this is really fast. My second job was creating a celebrity. So I worked in Bollywood, I moved to Bombay, worked in Bollywood, and that was pretty much me sitting there and creating a brand out of a human being called Pecha Kucha. I enjoyed it because it was very challenging. I had to travel a lot. I didn't know much about Bollywood, so I was pretty shit at it in terms of knowing who was who. The company shut down for some reasons, and I became him. I moved back to Delhi, and I was pretty much a hobo where I sat the whole day. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew pretty much a little bit what I wanted to do, and I would call my friends and ask them for beer at my house. I would spend the whole day doing nothing, watching movies, figuring out things to do where I didn't have to pay money, like get onto the hobo bus, take a couple of beers, and go around Delhi the entire day drinking them and being drunk on it. I came up with very innovative ideas, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do at that point. Till someone came up to me and said, look, there's no dream job, you have to create it. So I sat down one day and I realized that, okay, what do I want to do? I ended up having this notepad where I wrote down, I like luxury, I like marketing, I like Bollywood. So where do I come up with this? So this was my plan, actually, to be serious. This was my plan. So I got this idea of starting this thing where I would market luxury brands and take them to a next level and make sure everyone who loves them will understand them. I didn't have money. So I would go to people and ask them to fund this little idea of mine. It was pretty much like that, if worse, if I couldn't put a porn picture here. I tried everything, it was really hard. It was pretty much like this, where I was asking people to believe in what I was trying to do. And there was one person who believed in my idea, and so became Chimera. He became my partner for entertainment, where we would market luxury brands and we would sell them to people, and we would do innovative things with them in terms of marketing. Innovative things in terms of marketing. The second thing came to building a team. Now, I don't have many funds, and let me tell you, India does not have very competent people in the budget that I had. So I went through a lot of interviews where people would just sit there and say, I don't know what it is, but I'll do it. And I would ask them to do marketing, and they'd be like, yeah, it's very nice, very good. Moving on, that became me with the team that I have currently. I would scream down their necks because they wouldn't believe in what I was doing, because I guess it wasn't their thing. I ended up juggling everything from being, from being the CEO to printing out letters to almost taking over the company. So whenever I go, so this is about competition, so whenever I go out, that is my company and that's my competition. It's very hard approaching a brand who's already established in India with the size and that I am in. So I would always feel, in terms of competition, I was the chihuahua and the big company was the big dog. That is me in the future, and after I dyed my hair. This is me trying to make cold calls and trying to work really, really hard to make the clients understand that I have the quality they're looking for. It was very hard convincing luxury brands to want to give you a chance. So every time I walk in the meeting, I would picture this man being the client. And I would sit there and try to convince them that my ideas and my quality of work is really, really good. So that would be my client on a regular basis. In the end, after getting the client, I would get paid peanuts. I still am getting paid peanuts. So this is what the bad thing about starting a startup is. You don't get paid much. Now this is getting really awkward. So, yeah, it's telling me I'm still getting paid peanuts. So basically what I'm trying to say here is, even though I have a startup and it is, there's a lot of competition out there, it is a really hard journey. As someone said, you fail every single time because not only competition, it's also with the team you have. But even when you're climbing, you can see the summit and you want to reach there because it's your personal goal and it's what you want your lifestyle to be. So every morning when I wake up, I think of this baby and say, yes, I can do it. I can go kick ass for the team. I can go tell the client that I'm worth their money and I will do it. There are a lot of moments where I'm lying down on my office floor and my team is walking in saying, oh no, not again. Oh. In the end, one goal that you have to have, it's a very personal goal, where it's about what you see your lifestyle to be or where you see you yourself to be in a couple of years. And that's pretty much me, where I want money and I want to travel and I want to have a good time. So every morning when I wake up, that is pretty much my goal. This was the last thing I left with because this is what I say to everyone who works with me, saying there are moments where it's really, really bad. No one believes in what you're doing or what you can give them. But what if success is right around the corner and I'm just sitting there saying, oh man, I can't do it anymore. So there's always that drive that has to be there.